The Dolia, more than likely going to be given over that in an Insaro twice, right? Or potentially we could get 2 duel to the deaths. Obviously, as you say, trying going into the back line, trying to mitigate a lot of that healing coming from the side of TT Global.
And looking at TT Global's drop, as you mentioned, right? One, if you look at the Agudo and Chano to finish up his Eternity Blade, which is going to be crucial for this team fight.
Yeah, a lot of crit damage coming over from that item, right? I mean, yeah, Eternity Blade first item for the Chano is going to be very detrimental here for the side of TT Global. Winter is here, just going to be zoned down there onto the side of Nova Esports, but it's going to be Joy trying to get the hits on. As All's in the flash out of the team fight, can Sunrise soak the damage? Mochi with the first blood.
Beautiful team fight here coming in from Nova Esports here. Wendy is fearless onto this Yuhua here. Though Wendy, good luck and get a legendary box.
Yeah, speaking of good luck though, obviously TT Global putting that pressure onto the bot side of the map. Getting that first turret is going to be crucial here for Nova Esports. Especially for Muchi, right? Like he's now, or Jinx ultimate, is going to be a good shot here, obviously, going into potentially trying to get this dive onto this T1 up into the top side of the map. It's going to be CY. It's going to be
Rise.
Juan, yeah, trying to get that right. But it is, it's going to be the Razor Cavalry over the wall. Actually, not used just yet. It's just going to be that leap, that momentum from the Guan Yu here. Destiny counter being bright here, trying to keep Crane alive. Nova gets the takedown. Nova gets the triple kill.
4 kills towards the side of Nova Esports. Ching, the only surviving members here. What a team fight coming from Nova Esports as they make it big. Strand with an amazing engage.
They get Ching taken down as well. Looking for the T1 into the mid lane. Nova with the fighting.
Wendy is so confident with these engages here. He knows for a fact that with the double and ending sorrow here, he can single-handedly push out all the members coming in from TT Global here. And right now, Nova, they're just getting all these objectives on the match and slowly pushing their lead towards a comfortable 4,000.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing that we always kind of give a bit of a criticism to the global teams, right? Like, they don't get the kills, if they do get the kills, they don't translate it into further objectives, which is what something Nova Esports has always been good at. And right now, they're displaying it, even against the top A.C.L. team.
They are practically committed right now, but look at Joy though, he gets caught out right here. Joy gets taken down!
Joy goes down. Can Nova Esports find any more joy in the form of kills onto the side of TT Global? TT Global not quite yet got a kill on the board here. Crane into the back line. The dive from Schwan. Wendy with the CC. The crucial initiation. The T2 takedown.
What am I watching here? Nova Esports is on fire, Blam!
8 kills for Nova, like you were saying there, Sagi, it's a pretty good sign, right? It's a pretty good sign, but they just have to make sure they don't get too cocky here. We've already seen that the ultimate there onto Jing gets expanded, but there it's going to be the Razor Cavalry bringing Jing into the side of Nova Esports.
Trend with the Razor Cavalry brings in Ching towards the side of Nova Esports. Getting another kill, getting another buff. 10 minutes in, Shadow Tyrant has been spawned onto the map right now as Nova Esports. Man, this is the growth that we want from the global scene, and Nova Esports are really showing us what it means to be one of the strongest international teams of HOK.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that took OG Esports down 4-0, right? I mean, that kills me to say, being a KMW objective.
Both shadow objectives being secured as you mentioned here, and right now they are looking to further push up their lead here. You gotta keep your eyes on Strand here because he's gonna be putting a lot of pressure onto Snowy and Crane coming to this fight.
Putting a lot of pressure onto both of those players onto the side of TT Global, right? But speaking of pressure, Winter is here is going to mitigate a lot of that pressure here for the side of Nova Esports, and TT Global get to keep their T3s alive just for now.
Wave clears are very good here coming from TT Global thanks to the Winter is here as you mentioned. This Princess Frost, if she goes down here, it's going to be a big problem. However, she has just secured her Splendor.
Secured her Splendor, so they could fate one on the side of Nova Esports, right? Maybe CY goes for a bad dive with the duel to the death. But Joy over the wall uses Destiny counter, actually hits onto 2, but it's going to be Schwan on the Guan Yu, trying to bully and pick Joy off, but Sunrise goes down. The T3 goes down. Sagi, what am I watching?
What am I watching is a spectacle coming in from Nova Esports as they take down another tier 2 here. 10-0 on the scoreline here. They have yet to drop any single members.
Not a single member nor a sausage inside here for the side of TT Global. Nova Esports 10-0 into the T3. Splendor being used here by Crane. Winter is here, is used. Wendy's actually going to be the first blood here for TT Global, making sure it's pushing away Nova Esports. They've lost one soldier, now they have to go and recruit. They haven't caught out Moochie yet. 3-0-6, he's not 6-slotted, he's looking for a little bit more of attack speed. We've got the Sun Chaser, we've got the Daybreaker, we've got the Doomsday, we've got the Spark Forge.
And soon to be right now, they're looking for a big fight. 3-man stun onto the end of the TT Global. The fight is huge. Nova, kill after kill, that's 3, 4 final members onto the TT ticket. Nova Esports with the ace on TT Global.
Nova take down one game from A.C.L. teams. This is crazy. Are you not entertained?
I am definitely entertained right now, Black, because what a spectacular game coming in from Nova Esports.
They dominated in this first game here.
Yeah, gods do bleed, and it was not even a drop of blood.
They like cut the god's arm off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what's interesting here is Wendy, and I would we are commending Wendy.
Yeah, they need to have, obviously, those 3 picks to prop up the Lung, the Luna, the double L. And we're going to get a little bit more control here for the side of TT Global. We saw it in the show match. We saw it yesterday.
And also, we have seen a bit of a lane swap here coming in from both teams here. And Ching is heavily punishing Moochie here. And a level 1 invade already happening onto the jungle here.
Yeah, that sure golem steal away for the side of Nova Esports could be crucial here. Wave Pit is looking pretty low already, so we may be getting a very much earlier first blood going over to TT Global's Joy.
TT Global is already online in the level 1.
It's probably just a good sign rather than Sunrise being too kind of aggressive and maybe getting taken down there. But if we're looking obviously at the overall goal lead, right? TT Global definitely have the lead, something they didn't have in game number 1.
Definitely a very big step up here compared to game 2 here. But Moochie gets pulled in by the Silk Imprint here, gets punished heavily by the Burning Sun Arrow. But look at Whippy's positioning though. He might have an engage angle, but the engage is being called off here as they do not have enough members.
They were able to catch up Moochie down to the bot side of the map, but 4-minute mark on game number 1 and game number 2, sorry, and TT Global are looking to clean off this Tyrant so quickly.
And Tyrant has been secured for TT Global here, and with that fresh Tyrant, they are once again looking to invade this blue buff here. Burning Sun Arrow hits onto Waypit.
We are saying that these Burning Sun Arrows are connected. It's going to go into Waypit for the Umbron Labors. These are predicted to split apart the team fight. The think inside the box is there to lock down the side of Nova Esports. So 1-1 trade is definitely the best case scenario here within that team fight for Nova. The key to their inevitable victory in game number 1, right?
I have to agree with you, and right now in game number 2, we have to see Xuan and Waypit find these angles to access the backline here. But look at Ching. He's waiting for a prey here. Wendy gets caught out by the Truth Mantra!
Oh, the flash, the Truth Mantra comes through there, but it doesn't actually have as much dictation into this team fight as they thought. Moochie gets the kill here onto Ching as well. So Dharma going down, think inside the box being disrupted. CY, Moochie with the damage. We have the Infinite Vastness coming in onto Snowy. That's a 3-0-3-2 trade, sorry, for the side of Nova Esports.
And CY does not have the ultimate onto the Luna here. You cannot be fighting in the Ogre without your ultimate here. Waypit potential sacrifice for his jungler's mistake here as CY has the ultimate again. Goes for 1v1, misses the ultimate. He has to back off.
Oh, he misses the mark, and that's a detrimental thing here for the side of the Luna on the Nova Esports. But now you can kind of see TT Global, Jing, as well as Crane are looking to try and find CY. Already, Xuan trying to give a bit of reinsurance here to his teammate, but it's not looking too good.
It's not looking too good as TT played that clean, making sure that CY does not hit the refresh mark here. And CY
maybe the side of TT Global ban, like basically they draw out the Masashi, right? Masashi being one of the greater counters to the Orgrin, and then they knew game number 2 they would go live. But speaking of going live, is gonna be the whole setup here from Ching. He's getting the kill onto CY as those neutral objectives come online for the second time in game number 2. Looking to stop it there, looking to just make sure to get a bit more pressure into these side lanes.
With a healthy 5,000 goalie marching towards the next tier 2 of the side of Nova Esports here.
Yeah, taking the T2 down into the mid lane is going to be very potentially a big play here for TT Global. Looking to start up a bit of a team fight. Waypit does not have the unbridled outburst, so a little bit of an overstep there for the side of Nova Esports.
That is a beautiful crowd control change here coming in from TT Global. You land the arrow, you land the silk imprint, you land the cannon blast. I think Waypit was like, man, 5 seconds of crowd control here, I can't move, buddy.
You can't move, and that's the problem, right? Like, you can't move, you're slowed down. And the thing is about Zhang Fei, right? He can leap and save her in, but trying to leap out when you're being slowed is one of the hardest tasks in Honor of Kings.
It is indeed one of the hardest tasks here, and TT Global making the Shadow Tyrant of light work here. Just like last game here, TT Global mimicking Nova Esports collect the double objective here. They are further looking to push the objective lead. He goes for the full critical damage build as he is one of the late game carries on the side of TT Global.
Yeah, a little bit of a difference of the build here for the utility pick that we saw from Inua. But right now, into the team fight is going to be Jing looking to try and get the Truth Mantra on. We see that obviously Waypick goes into the backline. Muchi tries to get the kill onto Snowy. Has to use the infinite vastness or else he dies. That's 2-0 trade here for TT Global. Looking to push the crystal.
Snowy does it all. He lands the arrow, he does the engage, and he does the damage per second here. And right now, Vanguards are marching from the side of TT Global here.
Yeah, not looking to sort of go out. Yeah, it's going to be Schwan here onto the Sunset, but gets deleted here. And game number 2 goes over to TT Global.
TT plays a clean game, bringing the series to a 1.
See why that was a problematic game for the Luna for sure. You have Ogran, who is so buffed with the power of spike. You have all of the stunts. You have the box from the Mozi. You can't really do anything unless you have the set sail
to counter the range that Garo provides here. What better way of doing it than the Ziya?
Yeah, exactly. So for those, obviously, that play ranked games and have never actually tried to touch the Garo, and you thought that you picked it, and it's not come through as well as you hoped for, right?
Can level someone over level 15.
Yeah, exactly. It gives them, obviously, additional bonus attributes as well, depending on which hero they lock it onto. But we can already see here, formulating a potential fight for the Tyrant. CY starting off, make sure he doesn't have to get it reset, but actually the provoke comes onto the side of TT Global. The unbridled outburst into the back line means Wendy gets caught out, but also Schwan trying to keep his teammates alive gets taken down by Snowy. Oh!
Joy! Crucial unbridled outburst captures 2 and Strength left to dry by the team here. This is what we talked about. TT Global coming in from the KPL region, the A.C.L. champions. The way they formulate a team fight is so beautiful.
So beautiful, so clean, but we were saying that, right? Obviously the win condition for Nova Esports.
Everyone on the side of TT Global here did their job so well here. Ching was single-handedly making sure that Strength was on lockdown patrol, making sure that Strength will not have access to Snowy there. On the side of Joy,
procurement of the team fights, right? We saw that Schwan was trying to go in on Snowy but wasn't successful. We're going to be seeing a lot more of that as we go into the rest of this game number 3. But right now, TT Global's like, hey, we've got your T1 in mid lane, we've got your T2 down to the bottom side of the map. That is your goal, it's looking pretty tasty. Let me try and take that from you.
Let me try to take that from you as the fight breaks up open, but the Dream Room doesn't connect. Strength goes to the back line, gets taken down almost immediately.
Yeah, almost immediately. We got the Unbridled Outburst as well as the Dream Roam both be committed there. It was definitely what they needed for the side of TT Global to just pry open the side of Nova Esports. But speaking of prying, we are prying open in the T2 here as well.
This is an insurmountable lead right now. 8 minutes, 5,000 gold lead in the pockets of TT Global.
But yeah, plenty of gold going up the side of TT Global right now. And they're just looking to try and just gain some more as they take that T2 up the top side of the map. And looking to put some pressure here onto Nova Esports. Wendy having to exhaust the flash because the Destructive Deluge almost caught him out.
Exactly, and look at the top tier tree here. So much pressure coming in from the Garo here. So much protection from this Garo here. Tower after tower going down. 10 minutes right now. Where is the engage? There is no line sight of engage coming in from Nova Esports because it's unpractical.
It's unpractical, but I mean, you saw that within that team fight, right? You saw that Schwan was going towards the border of those T3s. He was trying to get on top of Snowy, but Crane was just like, if you're going to go and die for anybody,
5K, 6K, slowly pushing towards every single possible potential they have. And right now, They are just controlling the game within their grasp.
They are controlling on all fronts, right? I mean, kills doesn't really mean much here because obviously we're playing against some of the best of the best, right? But it's all about those objectives when you do get those pickups. But Xuan here does not want to get picked up here. We get a lot of damage coming from the Suya into the back line. But there is Ching onto Wave Pit. Tries to get the double knockup. Muchi goes down already. Wave Pit's not looking too good. He gets taken down as well. Ching from the back line. Xuan having to force a flash out. And also CY with the Papa pass in. They are playing defensively.
Snowy's reaction time was so damn fast. Muchi went in for the fervent barrage, wanting to catch up Snowy. He reacted immediately, and look at the final push here coming in from TT Global.
Dream Rumble to the backline, putting pressure onto Wendy. It's going to be game 3. Crystal takedown for TT Global.
6-0 clean game coming in from TT Global.
What are you expecting to do? There was no opening in there. An amazing BP for TT Global.
What I love about TT is, as I mentioned, about the Zhang Yu pick yesterday, right?
Yes.
They know when to hold back. They know when they have enough firepower, and it's like, okay.
Charlotte is obviously going to be a great kind of engage mechanic here onto the side of TT Global, right? Go in, try and get that massive CC knockup with the ultimate, and then that's when we start to see the roll through, where we can kind of see Snowy come in with the flaming palms prior to that whole shenanigans, right? And not only that, they got the takedown of the T1 in the mid lane as well.
Exactly, and 4 minutes has hit right now. Some spells has been expended from both teams, but look at Sunrise though. Will he catch Wave Pit roaming around? Because this Tyrant has been started up as we see. 10 players converging onto this objective as CY gets engaged on.
Oh, the duel to the death committed onto CY is not going to be great. The healing reduction come through, and Wave Pit is trying to be on the run here. Double kill going over to Sunrise as they're looking to get some more kills here onto the board. Triple kill. He's trying to pay back.
Clean right now. That was an insane solo performance there. Check out the replay real quick. He started off the Tyrant and he single-handedly dove onto CY here, making CY the first target here. Subsequently, he was just going for the resets onto extreme speed, taking down more and more enemy teams here. By the time that Strand arrived here, it's too little too late. He gets focused down by 5 members of the side of TT Global.
Yeah, too little too late, and obviously if you are rotating around on the side of Nova Esports, you've got to kind of predict that TT Global are doing that exact same thing, right? I mean, Snowy, he rotated around, he got the damage come through towards that latter part of that team fight, and really kind of like
3,000 gold lead for the side of TT Global, just 6 minutes short of this game.
Yeah, 6 minutes short. They were able to get the T2's bed onto all 3 lanes on the side of Nova Esports right now. When he tried to go in with a bit of an engage, we do see obviously the Wild Rope come through, trying to give over to healing to the side of Nova Esports. They're able to take down Joy, so a lot of healing, a lot of sustain already up the board here, but Xuan gets taken down. Joy takes down Wendy. That's a 2-1 trade, and if you trade in your support for the mid and the clash lane,
yes, you're Nova Esports, cool. You have all the burst, all the engagement, but if you cannot out-damage the heal that's been coming from the likes of Joy on the Cheyenne, or Crane onto the Yuan here, you can't win the team fights.
yeah, I mean, that ride the win there from Snowy was just so great in terms of opening up this team fight for the side of TT Global. Sunrise claiming CY and Wave Pit once again. That's a lot of healing. I mean, potentially the majority of the healing of Nova Esports has been taken down.
Sunrise is so clean onto this Musashi here. He's finding all these multi-man knockups, all these crucial initiates, and right now, 2 members down on the side of Nova Esports as TT Global might look for the end.
TT Global might look for the end here. No, but look, Wendy looking pretty low. Same as Xuan. He gets hit with the flaming bombs into the backline. It's down to Muchi, but game number 4, Crystal, goes to TT Global.
A swift and clean game once again coming in from TT Global then, short of 10 minutes.
Every single game is gonna have to be domination. They did not like the taste of that game 1 for sure.
Absolutely not. They got to make up for that now, because as we mentioned before, there's a lot of pressure. 4-0
to fight. They want to brawl.
Yeah, Wendy with the big guns coming through here with the winning strategies, but also the Lu Bang as well. So that's going to be pretty scary for the side of TT Global, but they answer in kindly with the Futsu. So split push potential here could be crazy.
A special hero here. 1 in 3 with so many roles coming in from Floorborn here. And talking about Floorborn here, there's also the outfit design contest.
Yes, which the deadline is for today, right? So you got to get those in submitted as well. But speaking of submitted, maybe a kill here for the side of TT Global. Crane gets first blood.
First blood goes towards to the side of TT Global here. We talked about this, the importance of the classmate having so much resources here, but Muji goes to 1v1 against Snowy.
Well, again, TT Global having that gold lead in the early game around about 1k, so around about 500 gold extra per minute. But speaking of per minute, we are looking at another kill here. Wendy gets taken down once more. But this is the power of Sunrise on the Dune and Dolia combo.
Crane and Sunrise, the execution is flawless coming into that. And right now, more fights coming into this jungle.
More fights coming into the jungle. I mean, they always say, welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. That's a 2-0 trade here for TT Global. Amazing power that comes through with the rolling raid and obviously the distance, the clearing of the ultimate shell.
I have to agree with you. Judging from the past 3 games, there is no linking to be talking about because TT Global has been so dominant, and look at the position right now. They are making sure that every single little resource goes to their pocket, choking further CY. This jungle carry pick further behind.
Yeah, I mean, that's not where you want to be if you're Pei, right? Pei needs to have that great early game. He needs to have those resources on point. I mean, overall, he does have the XP lead over Sunrise here, but it's more so that gold that we need, right? Itemization needs gold, not XP.
And look at the control right now coming into the jungle for TT Global here. They look for the engage onto Muji here. He's extremely low, but they are forcing them to back up from this buff.
Yeah, forcing them back up on the buff, but it's going to be a good catch here for Crane. He's able to get the knock off the 2, but it now comes in. It's Shawan with the Battlefield Command as well. If Think inside the box tries to come through here for Waypit, but that is going to be a 3-0 trade here for TT Global.
Such a smart use of the Dolia Fuzi combo here. We were talking about, Dolia Dun, Dolia Rolling Raid, but the double Siege Might, double lockdown here. You see Liu Bang coming in to assist his teammates here, gets locked down, 2 members.
Maybe trying to get some pressure into these lanes, maybe the case, but they definitely don't want to be losing the T2s, right? I mean, they've lost the T1s in all lanes. They've got to hold on to these safely.
Well, it is not their choice here, Vlad, because the side of TT Global, they are so strong and they are so dominant. Look at their tower damage here. Look at their wave state right now. They are making sure that they get all the paths, all the space, choking Nova Esports to their own base here. Look at Sunrise. No one can take him down as of this point.
No one can take him down, but nobody can contest him either, right? Like we've seen here, they're using obviously the Dolia to put down the ult and then use the Wave Breaker to push them away. And it just means that Nova's not being able to go to these T2s and save them.
Exactly, and right now, lesser and lesser tier 2s are on the mat right now. Wendy extremely low, has to back up. Tower is getting hit on. Every single hit matters. Look at this tier 3 here. No defense here coming for the side of Nova Esports.
Yeah, it opened up those out of...
That's what got them in these 4v4 team fights. 5v5 big skills. 0 to 7, that makes their mark.
It makes their mark, and they're about 7 minutes into the game, right? We're looking to approach that high ground turret that's sitting so nicely in the mid lane for now. Minion wave coming through, but Nova's going to try their best to make sure they're able to mitigate that takedown of that T3 in that mid lane. It goes down. They're looking for another one. Sage's Might into the back line. The Think inside the box being cancelled out right near, and Waypit gets left to the walls, but can they pick up a kill here on the side of TT Global? They're able to take 2. But can they get any more? Or else it's an ace here for the side of TT Global, and they are your first grand finalists.
Your first grand finalist, and Snowy secures a pentakill to close off a series with a 4-1 dominating fashion.
They're always doing this. Like every time they're seeing something very special in the opponent, they will counter it with their last pick. That last pick, Fuzi, man, you have the opportunity to split, plus you can also catch the Kong Min.